bum 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 bum.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand. Stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand. Stand by me. Stand by me.
Jesus.
Oh yes.
No, I have an idea. I'm gonna bass boost that so much in post. Right.
You better remember your voice.
Rip headphone
Remember
users.
your voice.
Rip everybody.
Your
Let's bring
fucking
that
voice.
You're
You're fucking.
high notice because we don't clamp his mic to the desk but to his ball.
That was a joke before recording.
It works.
Oh, Jesus
It was
Christ.
funny
Serious.
then. It was funny now.
Serious note. It's Voices Week.
Yes, it
Also,
is.
Adam isn't here again.
Oh no.
So, shall we do a change? Shall we do like a Superman change? I'm gonna go stand in the toilet. I'm gonna like spin around.
It's gonna masturbate, isn't
Right,
he?
quick, we need to record the full
Can't even
episode.
He's gonna do.
fucking toilet.
Hey Sam, you might want to clean your bathroom. He's gonna do a cylindrical wank.
White paint!
It's not paint.
That's just my gin!
In the absence
I
of.
believe I've made the transition.
Oh, he's
woman.
transgender now.
It's me. My name is Finley Bolton, and we're doing this shit today. It's not jizz anymore. No, of course not. Adam?
It's milk.
Do I have to do the
Well,
thing,
no,
or
you
can I
don't have
just,
to, but you can if you want.
go rather upscale. Have you
Upscale.
bastards?
You bastards! No, so much oofing.
So much
Yes.
oofing.
Already.
Alright.
So,
Bloody
Will?
wonderful. No, not doing it.
Will,
no more.
Will doesn't
no
get
more.
to do the voice.
Did you say the N word? Did you want to say that?
I'm going to have to
White
edit it out
mistake.
anyway.
We're gonna have to bleep out these riggers.
I'll go down.
Gonna have to bleep that
Yeah.
as well.
Okay, Sam, what voice are you bringing
Right,
to
you,
the table?
you don't.
Kermit.
You're just bringing Kermit voice. Okay, fair enough.
Wonderful.
Everyone needs to look forward to the YouTube for something to do with my voice and something to do with your voice.
That sounds fucking
Called
gay.
a gay porno,
No.
Yes.
No.
revised from the ancient language of throat singing.
Just put the mic a bit closer to yourself.
Well, I don't want to, because
Yeah,
then
but we're
he'll
not
get
getting
closer.
very many
But he
peaks.
gets closer.
If we don't have enough peaks, the people can't hear our beautiful voices.
The people are welcome.
The people are welcome indeed.
Well,
Good, look how quiet that is.
we're not
That's what
trying
we
to
need.
summon the devil, right? You may be drawing a pentagram on the floor, but we are not summoning the devil, not today. Capri-Sun.
I'm drawing it with my tears.
There's going to be
You-
so many
please,
oofs in
please,
this.
Please don't.
There's
don't
going to be
talk.
so many oofs.
Don't talk.
Right, so we should probably actually just say this and put this out there. Welcome back to the Degenerate Generation podcast.
Hi.
Back, Adam. You haven't been here for a few weeks.
Yeah, Adam hasn't
been
been here
rather
for a
absent.
while.
This place is gonna
Fighting for
fucking
the
die.
colony, you see, in Australia.
Yes.
They had the nerve to fight back, just like the Indians.
How can you fight a
down.
war against a country that doesn't exist?
Oh, yeah. Australia's not real.
How can
The
Australia
sun's flat.
lose a war to birds if both birds and Australia don't exist?
I have not seen birds since the government became a thing.
Okay, right. You get a muzzle.
Seen a baby bird, Adam. Have you ever seen a child?
This one fell on me.
Child died.
Died.
Wait, when Kermit go?
The devil summoning worked. Kermit has been taken.
I killed Kermit.
Right. Okay. No, please don't talk. This has been 4 full minutes of this shit. It has been.
Voice is gonna
kill me.
Yeah, so go normal.
Hopefully next week Will won't have a voice to record.
Hopefully next week Will won't have an esophagus.
No,
next
shit.
Will
I'm
doesn't have
gonna
an
rip out your
esophagus.
Will won't have a
esophagus and
life.
put it up my anus.
Fuck you,
What?
So many things just went on there. The viewers are going to have to choose who they listen to. They can choose your own adventure.
Oh my god!
It's like that hit film. What's it called? Bird Box. No, the other
Oh,
one.
God.
What was it actually called? Bandersnatch.
Fred.
The film, the Choose Your Own Adventure film. Bandersnatch. Anyone heard of it?
That just sounds like poor writing.
It
Sounds
does.
like some
it's like
fucking
it's
food.
basically like I haven't watched it
Bandersnatch.
myself, but you can go round and you can make choices. It's on Netflix. If anyone has Netflix and you want to watch it, go ahead. I've never watched it. Apparently, it's all right, but still.
I'm a dirty scrounger.
This is very true. He uses my Netflix for free.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, I heard someone mention something about space
Ah, yes.
a few minutes
Space,
ago.
yes.
Would you like to give me again? Well, no. Would I like to give you a theory?
No, not the plane dimensions, please.
No, I'm going to do it. It's my
is a
theory. I believe it has some strong ground.
Shit
Now,
theory.
you
And
see,
we're off.
people think that the Earth is flat. I happen to disagree with this. I think the Earth is flat in many situations.
I believe you're a retard.
I have left the building.
Yes. No, okay, so basically what I believe the thing is, every single country, continent, state, whatever the hell you're from, no one gives a shit, they're on different planes of existence. On different... What was that?
It's crushed.
They were different planes of existence, atop of each other, sort of like a stack of paper, but there's a little gap in between.
I'll explain driving from one to the next.
Exactly. Let me do this, okay? Right? On the edge of every...
I'm dying.
On the edge of every
Go
single...
normal.
Shut up!
Go normal,
I'm
please.
speaking!
Go normal. So Sam, how are you?
I'm speaking!
Have a good day.
I'm
No, get away,
speaking.
get away.
On the edge of every single country and things like that, or city or whatever, is a mist. A mystical mist. A mystical mist. That's
powering
when you
up.
drive
Finn, he's
through
powering up.
the mist. Oh, for God's sake.
He did it into my microphone. He was closer to Adam's.
Posh chortling.
Can I give my theory, please?
No, it's so awful.
Harvard, are you listening? I think you might need to give me a
Before
scholarship.
my throat just falls out of my neck.
Basically, if you get on a plane and you can travel through dimensions, that is how flight works.
It's not how driving works, is it?
No, because on the edge of every single, yeah.
Yeah, but he's got you there. How do you get
Thank you,
to...
Adam.
What,
You said
by
it's
boat?
paper on top of each other.
Yes.
So now is it paper on top of each other with sandpaper next to each other, in between the paper that's on top of each other,
No.
that's next to each other?
No, don't be so retarded.
Well, how... Oh, yes, that's where we reach retardness.
Yes, idiots.
Oh yeah, this is retarded.
Basically, there's a mist around every single
And this
piece
is
of
the
paper.
Fortnite storm.
Every single piece of paper has a mist around it.
If
And
you're
if you
afraid
go
of
onto
it,
that
you
mist,
do a public-
shut up!
The jump master.
No, because in Apex there's no fall damage.
No one laughs.
So do you want to...
I laughed so hard.
That's my bottle!
Jesus Christ!
You made me break character.
Jesus
Oh, you are
Christ.
going to have to
Okay.
have so much editing. In
I
here.
know, right? This is going to be great, though. No, yeah, speaking of editing, I still haven't released, by the time I'm recording this, we still haven't released number 5. Yes.
With good
was it
old
number 6 or was it number 5?
President
I don't
Davis.
give two
I don't.
shits.
Hang on. No, because what I was in for 1 and 2, I wasn't in for 3. I was in for 4. I wasn't in for 5. That was the Davis one. We missed a week for half term. We're back now. That's number 6. Number 6 won't be out until week 7 at least.
Why do you say number with an A?
Because I'm posh.
Not your rater.
8.
What do you want?
A.
An A?
The letter A, the first letter of the alphabet.
What has that got to do with anything?
Will believes that I say number,
Yes.
No, Matt.
Number.
or as you
Number.
believe, as you believe, Will believes I say number 8.
Number 8. Number 8.
Right. So, the real reason that we brought up space was I posed the question of, well, no, the scenario of how fun it would be to be on a Martian colony that's just starting out. Because I was posing this to a friend of ours and posed a scenario of, say, the commander of the Martian colony comes along to your habitat pod, knocks on your door, and says, Sam, open the door. We have reason to believe you have every single knife on the planet inside your room. And it's just...
your anus.
The prison pocket.
fun things like that. You know, you can have every... Sam, we have reason to believe you have every child on the planet inside your room.
Inside your anus.
We have reason to believe you have every panty on the planet inside your room.
Inside your anus.
Okay, so the joke is only funny 3 times.
What should we do again?
Any more than 3, and it just gets ruined. Okay. So
Every
just stop.
single saw on the planet inside your room.
Alright, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Good. Comedy comes in 3s. You know that. Comedy comes in 3s.
4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm here.
One of us isn't funny.
No, the funny thing is that you're here.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he was the last one to join, therefore he's the unfunniest.
I wasn't the last one to join.
Posh jostling.
We started this, and then you were just kind of
We
like,
started this
oh no,
in
wait,
10.
I want to be a part of this as well. It was my idea from the very start.
No, I think the person who wants to be. I think the person who wants to be part of it that should have been was Tom, and that's why he's not here.
Oh yeah, Tom.
Well, no, actually,
Tom,
Scott
I'm gonna keep on saying his name.
believed he had entitlement to
Well,
this.
Scott was asking what we were doing, and I told him that we're starting a cult.
Yes, we did. Don't.
We're not. I thought that's what the YouTube was for.
Ah, shit.
Oh, yes, I'll go take down that video then. Oh, can I have a Frosties bar?
No.
Give me a fucking Frosties bar.
It's forbidden by
Frosties.
the ancient order of the tiger.
Tony.
Why?
That's a
So
good
many
shot.
things went on there.
Give me the Frosties bar. Go along, Sam.
For you listeners out there, Sam is currently playing Piggy in the Middle. Oh, bollocks! Give me that Frosties bar! Ow! Bastard!
For listeners, I understand the head.
Oh, cock! You utter cock!
We don't have anything in store for today, do we?
No, we don't. We're just.
We really don't.
We
We're
have
just going to talk
voices
about
and
things.
then
This is going to be such a short episode.
because we started really late.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
They're going to try to perfect us.
Yes,
Because we
I-
spent ages doing that Stand By Me thing.
Which, in all fairness, isn't.
It's not that good, but it's okay.
But if you're a Hollywood record
Thanks
dealer,
so
it's
much for it.
brilliant. It's brilliant. You're listening to it and you're thinking, why haven't I signed these fellows, Mr. Cowell? If you're listening, you're a cunt.
Mr. Cow,
Please hire
if you
us.
listen, I'm going to kick you up your bottom.
Up your
That was
fucking
oddly
anus,
polite for you.
your anal
Yeah.
cavities. I'm gonna fucking fuck your fuck.
Why sound coming in with a cow involved?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that alone because I'm gonna oof all that. What was that, Adam?
That's my
Jesus Christ, that was your fucking Bowser laugh. Like Super Mario, just like finally sees the princess.
Oh, kill me.
Jabba the
I'm gonna
Hutt
sit
laugh.
here and I'm gonna slowly, I'm quietly say fuck every now and again.
Oh, you're ruining recordings
So you
doing
have
this.
to edit every single one.
Friend's going to do it anyway because I'm swearing like fucking me.
Well, yeah, but we'll have to cut out that
I'm
massive
sorry.
part at 13 minutes. Because you decided to rape everyone's ears.
Oh yeah, speaking of ear rape,
How did you all enjoy the bit at the start?
Oh, we are.
We have to
We
watch
are.
YouTube videos.
apparently
Old
old
people listen to this.
they're gonna have a hard time.
Yes,
Sorry, Rob.
We just killed Rob's grandparents. Well, it could be worse.
Really?
Yes, could have let them live.
Oh, right.
Chortle, in a posh manner.
It's only a joke.
Yeah.
I am free, man.
You ever heard anyone laugh in French?
Yeah, I'll give you a little.
It's just all fucking
I'll give you a little teaser. 1 second.
It's very nasally. The French can't laugh.
1 second.
French people look like lesbians.
All French people.
All French people.
All French people are
I
like
haven't met a French.
All French people smoke, every single one.
Okay,
They're
so
all
apparently
dead.
French people now laugh like Waluigi and Wario.
Waluigi! I'm a dead meme!
Whoa, there were no French people in Smash Bros.
There's a reason.
Whoa!
There shouldn't be any
Okay.
French people in the EU. That's because they don't count as real people.
There shouldn't be any French people living.
Oh, speaking of people in the EU, guess who's not in the England at least?
Not in the,
That Islamic woman, whatever her name is.
Shamama Bagabumba Bumba Bum.
Okay, that's racist.
That is her name.
I love the video where it's like
It's Shamama Gumba
he
Gumba
can't
Gumba
prove
Gumba.
that I'm a threat.
Apart from that, I was
fact
an
that I was in
ISIS.
ISIS.
But you can't prove that I was a threat.
She was denied a British citizenship, so therefore she's not allowed in. Because everyone has the right reason to suspect that. Well, she was literally married to a terrorist.
You're out of here.
Shamim Bagum.
You're out of here.
It's a very musical podcast.
It's Shamim Bagum.
Shamim
Shamim Begum.
Begum.
But that looks like the wrong woman.
Fucking mom.
Oh no, there she is. Yep. What a bitch.
Why are an Asian woman?
What? She's Asian. I don't
A
know.
Chinese woman.
a very
Why is there
common
a
name.
balding man?
Okay, right.
Pearl's just looking at his porn.
Yes.
That
Quite.
wasn't a man, it was just a Frenchman.
Okay, you go sit over there, please. Go sit on the way. No. Oh God. We shouldn't have food whilst we record.
really shouldn't.
It says this
From
should
now
be a
on,
caption.
no food, because all you oh God, those stink. Oh, I hate quavers. Why did I eat them?
Why did you eat them?
I don't know. I'm hungry.
Oh, I hate quavers so much.
It's like coming on this podcast.
I thought you were going to say something else then.
Came all over this podcast.
I'm going to cut out podcast.
Oh, it's my mother.
Excuse me?
Came all over his mum.
Right, we're gonna snip this. We're gonna take bits and put it together. So Adam says, "Coming on my mother."
Coming on my mother. Indeed.
I would like to point out that Adam's girlfriend does listen to this. It's quite funny.
With Adam.
me.
Cheeky.
You text him right
No,
now.
she's with me. That's the troubling part.
Oh.
You're gonna get hit, aren't you, Adam?
I am going to get
Right at this
Deadpooled.
point. Right at this point that she's listening, you're gonna get hit.
Adam's going to
And we can predict
If you are listening, we won't say your name. If you are listening, punch Adam in the
Oh, no,
face.
it's fine.
Jazz.
She doesn't accept it. Jazzy, if you're listening, dear, get the fuck out of my bed.
Punch Adam in the face, then in the balls,
Oh.
and then in the face again, and make him sniff your hand.
Oh God!
Finn, why do you think about men's balls?
I'm thinking about men's balls.
Think about my balls. Oh wait, no, hang on.
Adam's a woman. I'm gonna go turn on the light. It's too dark.
It is dark. It's very dark.
I
Don't just do the.
So Adam, it's just me and you again.
hate it when you fucking turn lights on.
I thought, oh,
Leave the lights on, or else we can't
See our brilliance.
Speaking
Speaking of brilliance.
How
did you all
This is showing.
how did you all enjoy the song at the start? How do you all enjoy that? We're probably thinking of starting almost every single one of these and a lot of our YouTube videos off with the song as well.
Adam, shut up. No one cares if you're hurt.
In absence of Adam, I now have his mic.
you cheeky little shit.
I want it down to die.
So yeah, we probably will be starting off a lot of these like podcasts
We'll
and
take
YouTube videos
we'll take
with the
different
song.
turns on play, so we can hear Samuel's wonderful singing voice.
Will doesn't get to sing.
Will doesn't get to sing. Will doesn't even get. Will got to ting. That is the summit of what Will.
You
gets.
you did that. You did a poor job of that as well. You were just kind of going.
wet you need
Ting.
tissue.
Ting. Why are you looking at cat memes?
Take a
Jazz sent me.
My cheek a bigger right
How
How
adorable. Adorable.
Blow and fill your mouth with my piss.
Please stop, I'm gonna have to-
Social life.
Oh Jesus! This isn't.
None of you were listening to that, so you can listen. Well, Finn can listen back to it when
I heard fill your mouth with my piss, so I don't really want to listen to that. Even though I'm gonna have to edit this. No, you don't get to have another Capri Sun.
What the hell are you doing?
Got another Capri Sun because he's.
Bollocks to this podcast.
It's not even a
Well,
podcast
we're
anymore.
20 minutes in and have 20 minutes left to kill. Our viewership has been dropped
playing Rocket
to
League.
2.
Hello, Ewan.
Shalom, mad lad.
Hello, Josh Powell.
Darren gave up.
Darren gave up after episode 3.
Yeah, he just gave up instantly, probably because we didn't care.
Our supposed podcast rival, Josh Walker and his sports channel, died.
Yep.
because and now we have a new rival, supposedly Evangeline,
Evangeline's little podcast, yes.
which people only listen to make fun of.
Yeah.
Which is surprising because we thought they'd do that with us, but
Yeah.
they don't.
Really.
It's actually quite upsetting. Yeah, it's almost as if we're irrelevant, outdated, and no longer necessary.
Does Evangeline listen to this podcast?
Oh, don't make me laugh, Adam! That was a good one. Irrelevant.
It's-
Us.
Adam hit him.
I'm getting scared.
It is worth noting for the listeners
He's been
that
possessed.
Finley has recently been exonerated from a loon asylum.
I'm not a spinning needle.
Oh, fuck off.
It's a good. Speaking of spinning needles, anyone ever seen Inception?
Oh, yes, I have, yeah.
It's a good. Anyone know? Inception's a good film. It's confusing,
It's confusing.
but it is quite fun.
Halfway through, you forget they're in a dream.
Yeah.
Halfway through, I forget I'm in the dream.
What?
Wake. I can't click my finger. He just fell asleep.
Okay, good. We lost Will for the rest of the podcast.
Yay!
Let's talk about.
I can't believe I forgot what to do.
You get the weight, you bash his head in with it, and I'll sit here and create alibis.
But it's like hollow.
Well, this is a weight that Sam uses, so it's probably.
weight off my shoulders. Bam!
For all you listeners out there, Will has just been murdered.
His corpse is now trying to feel about
It's true. It's
Welcome back, Will. How's the afterlife?
It's a bit shit, to be honest.
Well, would you go to hell or heaven? I'm assuming hell.
Oh, I didn't really go to either. I went to Hindu heaven.
reincarnation.
Yeah, I became a sheep for a little while.
What happened?
And then you got shot.
Yes, that famous thing that farmers do where they shoot sheep. What the fuck are you eating?
Damn sheep, what are you doing in my field?
Yo, you never had one before?
Even they don't put a bloody back shot into it.
It's like, hey, excuse me, old Bessie, come over here.
A weird gun. Like they put a staple in the sheep's head.
Actually, having said that, do you think that farmers do just lay off a bit of stress by getting a shotgun and a chicken?
You know
I would
clay
do that if I had
pigeons?
children, so I
Farmers use real pigeons.
Yes, they tie them.
Hang on.
They would.
What?
Never let some adopt everyone.
Did you say you do that with children?
Let off a little bit of steam.
We are
Well,
not shooting them with a gun.
Yeah.
Not a penis.
real life clay pigeons. It's when you tie up a pigeon so it can't fly
To
away.
a brick.
No.
Shoot it on the floor.
you take its head, you spin it around, and you throw it in the air, and someone else with a shotgun. Looking.
Or you just tie it to the end of your shotgun. That's really easy.
For you
That's the
listeners
easy
out
mode.
there,
Where is it?
Oh, there's a pigeon! No, Jesus!
why do we believe that you go clay pigeon shooting with a shotgun?
I don't know.
It's a rifle,
I know.
moron.
It's just everyone just thinks that it looks.
More guns are the same in this country because we don't get any variety.
It looks like a shotgun, so therefore people just say it's a shotgun.
Big difference between a shotgun and a rifle.
Yes, but like it's in like the same shape, so people just assume it's a shotgun.
But that's like saying...
It's a gun that shots.
We have two guns in this country. How do you mix them up?
I've shot
Actually, we've,
shot something other than a
technically got
rifle.
3. You can, in fact, own...
Yeah, boys, these guns.
Yeah. Oh,
You
sun's
can, in
out,
fact, own
guns
a
out.
sniper rifle, but it's got to be a Springfield sniper, so it's more
That's
of
a rifle.
a single reload.
Yeah.
A rifle, and we have a shotgun.
Like a Lee Enfield, I believe they're called, something like that.
If you have the right permits, you can get an Uzi. And
Yeah.
I'm going to run for those permits.
No, you're
Since
not.
we're leaving the EU, there is a chance we could pass gun laws.
Oh, please, don't. I don't
Oh.
want to get shot.
Then
I
what
wanna
can we
shoot
make fun of
Teresa.
America for?
Having Donald Trump as a president.
No, that's true.
And like everything else. Yeah, Alabama.
Oh, have you heard about
one?
the, I keep forgetting her name. She's got initials. But
Evangeline.
one of the, no,
Well,
what?
well,
No,
please
shut up,
put
shut
that
up!
out.
No,
And
one
Frank.
of the,
Frank.
one of the new senators, the Mexican American senator.
Oh, Los Banditos.
AOC. She's got initials that they call her by in the press, but
Oh, I know who Adam's on it.
yeah, she gave a little
Quesadilla.
Twitter video the other day from her kitchen, and long story short, she basically said that young people should consider not having children, simply because young people have destroyed the world in which children will live. And can we just test that my mic's not lost sound, because I feel like it has, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just talking quieter.
You
You
are
might
just
need to
talking
cut
quite
that
You're
part.
just retarded.
Don't cut it, Finn. Keep it in. Feature Finn, please.
Sam, do Figaro.
What?
Figaro.
Figaro.
Into the mic.
Why?
Just do it. Yeah, that's fine.
That's not Figaro. I would not go to the opera and hear that.
Oh, Sam, would you like to do some voice warm-ups? Yeah, sure, 1 second. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm freaking awesome, bro.
Indeed you are, Mr. Kermit. Indeed you are.
That'll do, Frog. That'll do.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
No, I was more quoting Babe, you know.
That'll do, pig.
Actually, that quote
That'll do.
that quote first came from The Simpsons, in which Willie puts the snake back in... Wait, no, hang on a minute.
I thought it came from Babe.
No, the Simpsons. There's an episode from 1988, I believe, in which Bart adopts a snake, a python, and Willie uses it as the fire hose, and he just says, "That'll do, snake. That'll do." And it's just, yes.
Your battery is running low.
Yes, do you have a charger?
There's so many weird animals.
How do
A snake, an elephant,
Mary Spackler.
a greyhound.
But
It's not gonna work.
Why? How do we plug it in? It's getting
The charger's over
This is
there.
going to be a
So it's you
very
and me
short podcast, everyone. It's back to me and Adam time.
No, it's going to be so short.
Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you.
All of the progress. Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's so short, it's going to be 2 minutes.
I don't know what to do. We've never had this situation.
This is a very
Yeah, well,
tall episode.
Yeah, we don't have
Yeah, this isn't our
sound
best.
off.
This is what happens when we really don't have anything to talk about.
Is it this?
Yeah.
So, Adam, what if there was another
Razor.
alternate Earth where we sent a rocket and they sent a rocket and they'd pass each other and they'd land on Earth at the same time, but they're identical. So people wouldn't believe them when they said they've been to another world, and yeah, it'd be weird. Or they've come from another world,
We got.
I don't.
and then we'd put them in a mental asylum.
I don't want to talk to Will anymore. No, right. No, new topic, seeing as we're now 26 minutes in, and the only thing we've talked about is space. So let's talk about space.
NASA are sending deep sea divers down instead of into space.
Well, all news, but does everyone know about the rover?
Oh no,
very
no,
sad,
not
isn't
the
it?
rover. No.
Hey,
You
poor
know,
bastard.
Elon Musk's. You know that meme of Elon Musk sending a team to get it back?
Oh yeah.
He's not joking about that.
Yeah, well,
That
would you
Elon
really
Musk-
expect Elon Musk to be
He
joking?
genuinely plans that when his colony reaches Mars, that they will just
When?
recharge the rover and have it as a dog.
That's so
The
cute.
first
That's
Mars.
adorable.
That is.
Elon Musk.
We're
is
gonna have
brilliant.
robot pets on Mars, everyone. It's been confirmed.
We're gonna have robot pets on Earth.
We're gonna have robot pets
Robot
on Earth,
fish.
everyone. It's been confirmed.
No, we have robot
We do
pets on
have
Earth.
robot
We
pets.
have robot pets on Earth, everyone. It's been confirmed.
Have you ever heard of
Threes.
Hexbug?
Will Khan, the shitty
What's
news
that
anchor.
Coming over the hill is a hexbug. It's a hexbug. Let's hope we don't
Today there
get
is no
copyrighted.
feedback. You can't.
No, it's a quote for you to ponder on from the ever-loved Star Trek series, Space, the Final Frontier. What do we feel on that?
The final frontier.
Do we believe that space is humanity's final frontier? Because
Other dimensions.
I would beg to differ. Yes, because there's space, there's time, there's dimensional travel. Most importantly, there's the ocean.
Yeah, I was gonna say the.
I feel that the ocean is more dangerous than space. Now, hear me out. Because
We've explored more of our
in
own solar
space-
system than the ocean.
yeah, in space.
Can
your
I just say
threats-
something before you go?
No,
right.
go
Okay.
for it,
So
yes.
you've been playing too much Subnautica.
Yes, I have. It's true. Below Zero's coming out soon.
Yes, it is.
Can't wait.
No, carry on.
Yes.
Ow.
In space,
me.
in space, the only things that we worry about are the things we can foresee, are the physics. Now, the physics never change. We can preempt every single scenario, provided we already know of it, that will happen when we're in space. Everything that can and will go wrong, we preempt.
Murph's law.
Put us into the ocean, and we can't do that.
Because we don't know.
Because we can preempt the pressure, we can preempt the ability to get oxygen down. It's basically a spacecraft, but in the water. The only thing we can't preempt that we don't get in space is other things. living things. Now, in the ocean, we don't know what's down there. Could be anything down there. But in space, we know that there's nothing up there.
Haven't we only explored like 5% of the ocean or something?
Yes, an incredibly small amount, yes. They believe that the Mariana Trench has certain tunnels that take deeper into an underground cavern system, but that's just mostly theory.
You two.
Are you using
Here you go. Over there, right?
That's why we started off doing this.
Just stop.
This is quite an interesting topic.
Yeah, I've been
carry on.
listening the whole.
Ocean. Isn't there like the theory that there's the deep below everything just starts to be either really weird or really big,
Yes.
and so scientists I think I remember this. Scientists believe that there might be some sort of natural phenomenon that is occurring to genetics in the how the genetics of different fish and different animals that live in the ocean work, and they're just making them massive. Like the giant squid, and like I'm pretty sure there's like giant crabs and stuff.
It's the principle that being so deep down that the way, you know how the evolution theory works. Sorry to any creationists out there, but you're wrong because you're cocks.
Muslims, or literally any
Yes,
religion.
the way evolution works in principle of how it moves along is we go from cold to warmth and just go from there. So obviously deep down it's freezing, and as you go up you get warmer and warmer and warmer. So most life exists in that warm state, but obviously the microbes that existed, obviously we all existed at some point down in the cold, did have a chance to evolve. And that's the principle, that down there all your major threats cease to exist. I mean, the midnight zone is renowned for its bioluminescent fish. That's where we get all those from, and there's some remarkable things down there. But yes, as you say, with the lack of predators, well, I say lack of, but there are predators, but the certain lack of certain predators, you begin to see certain evolutionary genes adapted. And here we have, as you say, the giant gene, so to speak.
I remember there's a see-through fish. Its head is see-through, and it has
Yes, it
its
can look up
eyes
clean
inside
through
of
its
its
head, yeah.
That's weird.
So it can see anything
Sea
above it.
creatures, I've said this before, sea creatures creep me out.
They are
Lobsters and crabs.
terrifying.
Fucking weird. Stop them. Just stop them. They're fucking weird. The eyes on the outside of my head. Stop them. It's all weird.
Will,
Will, you're crashing! You're crashing, Will! Deep breaths! Deep breaths! Deep breaths! Get in the bag! Breathing to your camera, Sam!
We're talking about like giant squids and things.
They're fucking weird. Stop them.
Will's like, oh, I hate lobsters.
This cat is so licking up my nose. Stop him. I don't like him. It's lobsters. Lobsters, crabs.
Okay, Will, go.
Codfish.
Yes, no, have you...
can't hurt you.
The occasional time that we...
Shut up!
That we get creatures from the deep coming up. We do get that occasionally. There have been fishermen who found what they consider monster creatures, but are actually creatures that are undocumented or excruciatingly rare that have just come up.
Like the goblin shark.
And the Russians make them in Antarctica.
The Russians are drilling down and they claim that they find him. Go, oh shit, boys, we found a giant squid. No, we made it. Never mind. We made that 3 months ago, Ronald.
Yes, that common Russian name, Ronald.
We made that 3 months ago, Sergey.
Oh,
Sergey,
Christ.
the Russian Ronald.
They've got much Sergey.
Ronald, I think you're an intelligent spy for the US. No, not me.
We have reason to suspect that Ronald amongst us is a intelligence operative from
No, I am a very
I am not from the US. I am from the motherland.
Glory to China, yes. Glory to China.
Apparently, all Americans are Italians too.
I've got a campus on me.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why I got my peel.
Now, what were you saying? What were you saying about aliens and what they
that's it,
think
I've got
about.
a
Oh god.
link for you.
Oh, we're off.
People think fucking octopus, and squid DNA and cuttlefish and the like come from a meteor that came from an alien planet.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, there's an extensive. That's
It's
not
not-
like anti-vaxxers.
If
That's
I
actually.
remember,
a
if
decent-
I remember a
Not me
fact,
speaking shit. I researched.
Yeah.
if I remember a fact, I think that there is something with octopodes and squid that is really cool. And if I remember this correctly, it's that they can turn on evolution. Like,
Yes.
yeah, they can
No,
do
you're not
something
wrong.
with their genes
Yes.
to make
Um,
themselves like evolve.
Yeah, the way it works is we have so many different types of octopode and squid, and the very purpose is that depending on area, so let's take humans for example. The only evolution we've really come into significantly.
Yeah, we did lose our tail.
Well, yes, but I was more on.
Because we can stand up now without having to leave tail for balance.
Useless man. No, I'm on about the skin color. We have black people.
Racist!
Get the
Racism!
racist on, get the
Racism!
racist on.
The point is that the only evolutionary trait
Are you
we've
calling
carried.
black
Oh
people
my god!
monkeys, Adam?
No, the evolutionary
Stop saying
trait.
we're a more
Right,
evolved
right.
species of black people, Adam.
No,
It's
what
the other
I'm
way around,
trying to
really.
get at is that as we evolved, we differed in skin color to suit our certain locations. So, as I was saying about octopodes, they differ to suit certain locations. If an octopode decides to move, then it has the ability
change.
to no longer keep a recessive gene that allows it to evolve. They're effectively always holding themselves back
That's not how biology works.
in order. Well, it is with an octopode because they're fucking aliens.
Told you.
Shut up. Shut up. Why are you here?
Why do you come back?
Because octopuses are aliens. We need to spread this message to the people.
People know.
So,
Kill the octopus.
so octopodes are cool.
They are.
There's a theory going around with aliens that seems very, very likely.
I think I just said this.
It is.
Oh,
Quite,
is this the one you said earlier?
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. It's not about the Hitler Nazi thing.
Oh.
No, it's something different.
That's
But it's
fine.
Fucking
it's
nuts.
quite simple as this. Aliens know we exist,
Oh, yes.
but don't interact with us because we don't know they
We know
exist.
this.
Aliens know that we exist, but because we're so primitive and so we're not as evolved.
Close-minded.
Yeah, we're very close-minded.
Looking at you,
The aliens won't
religion.
interact with us because they hate us, and it's
I
like
hate them.
we will
Racist
never see them.
bastards.
until we change,
Specious
we will never see them.
bastards.
Species
Bastards.
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 Yes.
So is it very
So that's one of the theories going around of why we haven't met aliens.
Because
But the Hitler Nazi thing.
That's funny. That is
The
funny.
apparently one of the first signals ever to reach a deep space and potentially have a chance of maybe being picked up by intelligent life that has the ability to potentially take radio signals. The first thing that they would hear is bits of Hitler's speech,
Ah, good.
and it's like.
Prep yourselves for
dudes.
invasion.
Yeah.
Lube your anus for that probe.
If they understand German, they'll think that
The
this is
universal
bad.
language of German.
Yes. So,
Not English. Hollywood has lied to you.
Yes, it was actually German. Hitler was an alien.
Oh god, here we go.
Did you know that?
no, I bet the aliens are like this received transmission office. I'm like, why aren't they speaking our language? The movies have taught us aliens speak our language.
They're speaking English at this point. We just sat in a
Oh,
spaceship,
aliens.
just like wow, those humans are really dumb, aren't they? Fuck those guys. No, we don't want to be near them. No, those guys aren't even cool.
Species. Aliens are species.
Well, to be fair, you don't you don't need to like bother about things like species when you can travel through space. You're gonna find a lot of species.
Speaking of space, have you ever watched Jupiter Ascending?
No,
Do you know the plotline to the Mass Effect lore?
No.
kind of.
Basically, there's one of the most underrated yet quite popular spatial theories is that intelligent life does exist everywhere. The only thing is that we may have found it before, and the idea, in principle, is that there is some sort of superior race, potentially living in subspace,
Yeah.
that has the ability to we're talking we're like 60 million years kind of thing, has the ability to come out of subspace and cull the universe of all superior life and take their DNA. I mean, in Jupiter Ascending, they take all biological life that is considered technologically superior or advanced, and they melt them down, make them into a nice little liquid goo that they apply as a facial cream to keep them young. In Mass Effect, as far as I'm aware, I believe the Reapers, they call them, use the DNA of everything they've killed to make a more advanced Reaper every 60 million years or so. And it's that idea that once humans have the ability to interact with other life, to travel the stars, we'll be wiped out, and we'll be starting from square one all over again.
Oh my god. Actually, that makes so much more sense. Like, genuinely.
You ever get the feeling that history is
60
repeating
million
itself?
60 million years. That's when the dinosaurs. That means the dinosaurs are fucking spaceships.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That would be so goddamn cool! Imagine a Tyrannosaurus Rex driving around in a spaceship, blasting at the speed of light, going to Mars, right?
Can't reach.
And then, a Triceratops crashes into the Tyrannosaurus crashes into Phobos or something like that, jumps out of the spaceship in this massive suit, and it's like, with this Triceratops like you've got some nerve bashing into me, boy. And the Triceratops is like, the fuck you say to me? I'm gonna bash your skull in.
Get your mother with that mouth.
There's an epic space battle with,
If we get to Mars and find dinosaur fossils, you heard it here first, folks.
Yep. I am the leader of this new world! Space dinosaurs! The final frontier!
Ah,
There's
yes.
actually a book about this called Astrosaurs.
Holy shit.
And-
You
and
mean
I-
a non-fiction book?
No, it is a fiction book, and I read it when I was little.
Oh, that's shit.
I was gonna say, if that was a genuine theory, I have a cult to join.
No, I would,
It's
I
like
was-
me,
I was
I
going
have
to
a
say
good
something
idea
I
that
was
someone
gonna
Nixon. before I was
Oh yeah,
late.
like your one.
Yeah, the idea.
That's a great
The idea is that there is a
Other than
limited.
the fact that it's basically
Obviously, there's a limited amount of variations of a DNA code. So obviously there has to be. It's a long amount, and so the principle is if you ever have deja vu or feel like you've done
Deja
things
vu?
before, or those people that say, "Oh, I just lived this other life." The idea is that this other life you've lived hasn't just
Get
ended.
out of my house.
It ended over 60 million years ago in the last culling. And so you have the same DNA pattern and acquire the same memory
Kind of
function.
like the Phoenix gene
Yes.
in Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
The thing where it's like, oh, a few people have this, and it allows you to tap into the memories of your ancestors. Which doesn't entirely make sense.
No.
Because a gene doesn't store memory.
No, not even slightly.
Memory is a fabrication. Because there's no such physical thing like
This is
energy
becoming
that's
precise.
memory.
Well, one of Socrates' great philosophies was everything that we will learn, we in fact already know. And the principle behind that is our brains are so complexly wonderful in the way they are, and are, as we say, the greatest computer imaginable, that everything we learn, we've already had up here, we're just calling on it. And so to keep us sane, because you can't know everything in the world and be sane, you would lose it. To keep us sane, our imagination, imagination, our hippocampus puts a synapse across as though to say, this is new to you, but in fact you do already know it.
Was passed out. He's just there's too much information. Kill him. Oh, Adam. Speaking of Indiana Jones, can I just rant a second?
Indiana Jones 5.
You know the one where it's the Ark of the Covenant.
No.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah,
Yes.
the first Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Indiana Jones had no reason to be there.
Yeah.
And the Nazis would have found the Ark of the
Yeah.
Covenant,
Yeah.
opened
They've
it,
melted.
and all died.
Yeah. The only
Hello.
thing that Indy does to help the story along is get it to the Americans.
And the Nazis get it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like
Well, he failed.
it didn't actually matter.
Another problem with Raiders is that Spielberg had a scene cut that actually explains why Indy knows to not look into the.
Why? What was the reason?
It's basically
Already looked.
the medallion that tells him where to look, where the Covenant's going to be.
yeah.
The one that got melted into the Naz's hand, and he has that old Indian guy telling him. And then when he tells him about it, you get that eerie gust of wind coming through, and all the chimes, and the monkey's dead. Yeah. Well, there's a cut scene there that basically the Indian man says. Yada yada yada. I know of this prophecy. The tale says you must not look into the face of God, and so he doesn't look.
That makes sense. Temple of the Crystal Skull was weird.
Oh, Temple of the Crystal Skull was awful.
Well, I hate Indiana Jones in general, really. That makes complete sense, is what you're about to say.
That's atrocious. There's nothing better than a fun little Indiana Jones.
You two, right? Yeah. Don't make me come over there.
One of you doesn't need to be here. The other one needs to talk more. Yeah, we'll leave.
Let's see if the baseball bats can decide. Or maybe just a good old-fashioned Will's dead.
Oh no! Oh, he nearly gave me a blowjob. Oh,
It gets gay at the end. That's my bit.
well, you're dead, so.
Well, clearly not, you fucking moron.
So many oofs, too
This
many
is
oofs.
this is 25 minutes of oof, 25 minutes of.
When the night
Yeah.
comes.
Oh dear me.
What's that? You always get gay at the end. Obviously.
Well done, William. You've contributed to yet another fascinating podcast.
Yes. Well,
Hi guys,
congratulations to
welcome back to the
like-
podcast.
Welcome back to the Me Too movement. Pound Me Too.
Hashtag means pound.
So-
You're all stupid. You all fell for the big prank. You've all been saying pound me too.
And on that wonderful note, ladies and gentlemen, I feel we have time enough now to wrap it up.
Rap.
No! Rap with a W!
I'm Miss Will.
Rape.
I did say Philly Ball is fucking gay.
You already did this. You already did.